Imagine a work environment in which robots are colleagues rather than merely assistants. We may be mistaken about how close that future is. What I witnessed at the Gigafactory completely astounded me. Though I must admit that what I witnessed completely astounded me in terms of what a robot is capable of. There were no guys wandering around with machine guns and cowboy hats. The robot can look beyond its head, sense objects around it, hear considerably better than a person, see better than a human, and in situations when some people might freeze, possibly think faster. This never will seize up under combat conditions. Never. Come along as we unpack the fascinating revelations from automobile innovator Sandy Munro. He has boldly declared that the Tesla bot, a machine that has the potential to completely change our perception of robotics, is ready to compete with humans in the labor. Is automation entering a new phase now? How will this affect sectors and the nature of work in the future? Stay tuned as we dissect Munro's vision and the innovative technology that made it possible, answering these and other issues. We examine Sandy Munro's latest assertions regarding the capabilities of the Tesla bot in this video. We examine how this revolutionary technology might be used to carry out jobs identical to those performed by human workers, how this might affect automation and labor in the future, and how Tesla is advancing the field of robotics. Prepare to embark on an exciting voyage of discovery with us as we venture into the future. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and get comfortable for an episode of Tesla Stock News that will undoubtedly challenge our preconceived notions about the future workforce. Munro recently had the rare chance to visit the Texas Gigafactory and shared some fascinating insights regarding Tesla's bot, Optimus. This cutting-edge robot is anticipated to start appearing on assembly lines in 2024. According to Munro, the Tesla bot is capable of doing jobs that a human employee could do. Today, we're joined by eminent robotics co-founder Scott Walter to analyze these recordings and analyze Munro's remarks. His knowledge provides a distinctive viewpoint when contrasting Tesla's bot with other market participants. We'll carefully examine each video to determine whether Munro is telling the truth. For example, Munro, a seasoned automation engineer with extensive experience in the field, he worked at Valiant Machine Tool, among other places, talks about the robot's aptitude for assembly line work and automation. We'll also investigate the fascinating hypothesis that Optimus is currently being tested on production lines. Based on information obtained from industry insiders and possible observations of the bot in action, this conjecture has been made. In order to fully comprehend the significance of Munro's findings and the possible future of robotics in industrial settings, we will conduct a thorough investigation. The emphasis switches to a collection of videos that provide details on the Tesla bot Optimus, which is expected to go into production later in 2024. This development raises questions regarding the robot's potential and the veracity of these assertions. The topic of a machine gun video clip that is initially taken for real, but is later revealed to be computer-generated imagery, CGI, sends the conversation in a drastically different direction. This information calls into question how accurate people's views of the Optimus bot are. Sandy Munro's insights are further examined, with a focus on his background and authority in the subject. There is controversy about whether Munro's claims of witnessing the bot in operation are based on anything he saw with his own eyes or on a public video. The talk also covers how Tesla has outperformed the competition in robotics over the last 2 years thanks to its quick advancements in this field. The discussion delves deeper into the topic of robotics, drawing comparisons between the sophisticated capabilities of the Optimus bot and conventional industrial robots, which are sometimes referred to as blind one-armed morons. This comparison presents Optimus as a viable replacement for human labor, highlighting a paradigm change in automation. Soon after, as the rumors swirl, the panel muses over the possibility of seeing Optimus in 2024 on the assembly line. It doesn't seem improbable that the bot will be performing valuable tasks by 2024, as said earlier in the year. The panel, encouraged by Tesla's advancements and remarks from prominent figures in the sector, such as Munro, modifies their expectations with caution. Elon Musk's remarks that the robot's actuators are prepared for mass scaling, a critical step towards the Tesla bot's realization, are also brought to our attention. This suggests that industrial robotics is going through a revolutionary period and raises more questions regarding the scope of production and the bot's possible role on the assembly line. Actuators, batteries, FS chips, and camera systems are among the essential parts that are purportedly in place, indicating that large-scale production is ready to begin. These parts' simplicity, along with effective, conventional production techniques, imply that there aren't many major obstacles in the way of mass-producing this creative robot. Next, Sandy Munro's visit to the Gigafactory is discussed, and how his experiences there have had a lasting impact. Munro's observations have generated a great deal of curiosity, especially in light of the robot's possible capabilities. Though it's unclear from the context of his remarks what he meant to say, was he referring to the Optimus bot or other robotic procedures in Tesla's production line? Lars gave Munro a private tour that gave him an inside look at the less visible parts of the production process. This exclusive access begs the question of how much of the automation processes he saw went beyond what was made available to the public in the most recent video. When Munro compares Tesla's robot to Leonardo da Vinci's idea of building armored robots for combat with the goal of minimizing human losses, the discussion takes an intriguing turn. This historical allusion highlighted how cutting-edge robotics has the power to revolutionize a wide range of industries, including warfare, medicine, and dangerous settings like bomb disposal. It emphasizes Munro's integrity and reputation as a trustworthy source. Munro, who is renowned for his precise analysis and progressive outlook, has a track record of spotting market trends much before others have. His innovative ideas on manufacturing methods, such as the usage of castings, have been widely regarded as groundbreaking, establishing him as a respectable and significant player in the sector. As the construction of Tesla's Optimus robot draws closer, Munro's observations are seen to be extremely important for comprehending the development and potential of this revolutionary robot. In order to interpret Munro's remarks, Hans Nelson, who was present during the interview, joined the debate. The main concern posed was if Munro's remarks related to a different video, perhaps the one that was made public on December 1st, or if they were based on one he saw during his visit to the Gigafactory. Adding to the mystery was Hans's conjecture that Munro may have seen a pre-release version of the tape while it was still under embargo. A passage from Munro's interview was played, in which he described seeing the robot complete the intricate process of putting together a nut and bolt. Since this particular observation was made outside of a demonstration for the public, it's possible that Munro saw unrevealed capabilities of the bot. Munro adds a depth of insight to this conversation with his considerable expertise in robotics, having begun as a toolmaker before becoming an engineer. He talks about his early encounters with the Unimate, the first industrial robot, and draws comparisons between it and Tesla's Optimus bot's cutting-edge technology. His description of the bot's latex fingers, a notable development in robotic technology, as closely resembling human talent, was especially striking. The panel then discussed the ramifications of Munro's findings, paying particular attention to the bot's capacity for intricate tasks. Similar to precisely fitting metal parts together. If true, this capacity represents a significant advancement in robotics. Over the course of his lengthy career, Munro has seen the development of robots from the simple Unimate to the complex Optimus, demonstrating the amazing advancements in this industry. Let's focus on the bot's proficiency at doing jobs like threading a nut onto a bolt that are normally difficult for human laborers. This potential could completely change the industrial automation scene. Let's discuss the Utah hand and the bot's design reference to latex fingers. It was hypothesized that the term latex would relate to the substance that makes up the robot's fingertips, which might improve sensitivity and grip when working with metal parts. It was highlighted how useful such a design would be, as it may greatly increase the robot's utility and dexterity. The panel discussed the intricacies of the robot's hands, emphasizing the value of a non-slip surface, such as the black pads that were seen, which are thought to have sensors integrated in. It was emphasized that there must be a balance between sufficient friction for grip and smoothness for ease of movement. Additional discourse delved into the historical background of robotic hand development, drawing parallels with the development of early mechanical hands. Overly intricate designs, such as the OpenAI developed hand that can solve Rubik's Cube, were contrasted with the more pragmatic requirements of industrial robots. Everyone seemed to agree that Tesla's method appears to find a happy medium between ease of use and functionality, which makes it appropriate for automation jobs but not quite sophisticated enough for very complex activities like brain surgery. The capacity to thread a nut onto a bolt is a noteworthy milestone that indicates tremendous progress in the field of robotics and automation, even though threading a needle may be a distant objective. The chief of Figure AI made a noteworthy observation in the discussion, pointing out a change in expectations for the advancement of AI in robotics. At first, it was thought that software development would lag behind hardware improvements. But new developments in the field suggest that software, especially embodied neural net functionality, is developing at least as quickly as hardware. This change is a significant validation for robotics pioneers. Subsequent discourse uncovered a greater degree of transferability of learning and training techniques designed for big language models to embodied activities than previously believed. As a result of the integration of these models with vision and general world awareness, robots are developing emergent functions that enable them to carry out difficult jobs with efficiency. With this development, Tesla assumes a leading role. The prototype exhibits excellent design and manufacturing capabilities. The panel discussed how Tesla's production volume and Optimus bot quality would probably remain unrivaled, even if rivals were to create AI brains that were more advanced. Insights from Sandy Munro's most recent interview with Tesla Beat were also discussed. We talked about Munro's insights from the Gigafactory, notably about the bot's latex fingers and its capacity to put metal parts together. These characteristics, which were absent from earlier movies, raise the possibility that Tesla has made more robotics developments than the general public is now aware of. Hans Nelson, who was physically there during Munro's interview and could offer first-hand insights into the proceedings, joined the program. One of the other videos that was announced as an imminent release was a comparison between Figure A's bot and Tesla's bot. Expanding on these parallels and the developments in robotics, the panel ended with astonishment and excitement for robotics' future, reiterating the idea that being in this field is like being transported 50 years into the future. Robotics has an exciting future ahead of it thanks to the breakthroughs being made, especially by businesses like Tesla, who are not just on schedule but maybe ahead of speed. Now let's explore some recent developments in AI, specifically the way massive language models are being integrated with multimodal AI. Contrary to early expectations that it would complicate training, this combination is thought to have the potential to expedite learning. They emphasize the potential for the AI to learn more effectively and form connections more quickly when it is exposed to real-world items that it has been taught about through language. However, during the discussion, an important update became apparent. It was made clear that Munro was not referring to any other observations or experiences, but rather to the video that Tesla had broadcast. By reorienting the conversation, this statement made it clear that Munro's remarks were predicated on Tesla's public demonstration film. Even after this clarification, there was still curiosity about Munro's optimistic assessment of the Tesla bot's potential. He still thought the bot could be in production the following year and be able to do duties that a human worker could do. That concludes our thought-provoking conversation for today. We looked at Sandy Munro's remarks regarding his visit to the Giga Texas facility, explaining that Munro's observations were predicated on Tesla's public demonstration film and examining the nuances of AI developments in the company's bot. It leaves us with a few interesting questions. What impact will these developments in robots and AI have on manufacturing in the future? Can Tesla keep up its advantage in this quickly changing industry? What further features could the upcoming Tesla robot iteration offer? Please remember to like and subscribe if you found this debate interesting and would want to receive updates on the most recent news about Tesla stock. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in our upcoming videos.